Okay, well, here we are on the starting engine carburetor for the D2. And so you can kind of see what I've got here. I pulled the float bowl and carburetor part to get it off. And in this case, the mag is off as well. We're getting that redone. So I brought in a few different parts here. The carb, obviously, the carb pieces, the fuel lines as well, which are in pretty bad shape. These rusted off. You can kind of see here. That's actually completely full of rust. And you know, as I was working on them, they kind of fell apart. So we've got pieces that all these ferrules are kind of rounded off too, but we do have some new fuel line. This is how they came to me, so I have to get those straightened out, pieces to build them up, and so on. And I did get the mag switch cleaned up, and it's now working properly. It was grounded all the time, so that's working, and so we're in good shape. So I've got the ultrasonic cleaner warming up over here. We'll see how far we get. The one thing I do notice here, maybe this is the way they are, I don't know if somebody soldered that to keep that in there or if that's the way they came from the factory, but those screws are not going to back out on their own. We've got our gaskets still on here. Those are also soldered. There's a bit of play in there. We'll see how we do with that. Now, I've never rebuilt one of these carbs before. I'm assuming, like a lot of old tractor carbs, they're fairly simple little machines. We will see, but I'm going to start somewhere randomly. I'm going to start pulling some of this stuff off. Let's see how well it comes off. So the backstory here is I bought a D2. It's a very original. It's a 1948 5U D2. Seems to me to have original paint, everything else on it. So I'm very inclined to keep it exactly that way. I don't want to paint it. It's not a restoration that I'm going for here, but I do want to have it mechanically in fine shape. So we'll see how we go. Again, I'm not an expert on these. I don't rebuild carburetors every day either. We've done a few others on various machines and cars and things like that over time, but not my occupation here. So let's see. Is there anything else obvious in this body here? Not that I'm seeing. I may drop this into the ultrasonic as it sits. See what we get. Let me look in here. No. So you're learning along with me, and you probably already know more than me. So any comments are welcome. Welcome to put them in there. A little bit of play there. Thing is, I'm gonna have to desolder that to pull that shaft out. Let's see if we can pull this guy off. I do have a kit. Let me get a different pair of pliers. I'll be right back with you. Alright, back with you. So before I get too excited, let's take a look at the carb kit here. See what we have. Oh, nice. Crushing rods, nice. Yeah, okay. So it does appear that we have a new little cap to seal that shaft with, so why don't we go ahead and pull it out. Let's adjust these guys a little bit. There we go. Easy peasy. Not much to it. And let's take a look in here. You know, not bad, I don't think. So that's what it is. Let's try and pull this gasket off of here. We'll get all these surfaces cleaned up too, obviously before we put it back on. Main objective here is to go through the fuel system, on the Pony for sure, and we'll obviously do similar things with the diesel. We'll get filters and all that in before we do it. I don't think this tractor's operated for a while, and certainly in need of some cleanup. Yeah, in fact, really, the Pony fuel system was completely toast. And I'll show you. Well, I don't have the old tank in here, but I did score a new tank, exactly the one I needed. So on the old tank, it had rusted nearly completely around here, rusted through the top of this tank. The only thing I can figure out is it had a bunch of dirt on there for a long time, and that moisture was held in, and it rusted the top of the tank. The bottom of the tank of the old tank is actually solid still. So this one, frankly, looks beautiful, and it's there's some pitting in there, so we'll clean that out before we put it back on. But it actually, there's no flaking rust or anything inside there, which is exciting to me, at least. Maybe I just a little too excitable. So, all right, that's that. We're gonna call that good as it is. Now let's take a look at this guy. So there we go. Screws are breaking loose pretty easily. That's nice. There. What do we have here? Yeah, just a little something. And so the one thing I do need for the tractor is the lower side panels. They've gone missing somewhere, but it's a neat tractor. It has its original lighting system, which in this case was one light to the front and one light to the back, and no battery. In looking through the parts book, that was certainly one of the configurations. There's a lock washer that's broken, and I've never really seen one like that before. It's not an electric start Pony. It's a rope start machine. So, oh, there we are. That's coming apart quite easily. Ooh. So you and I are getting a look at this for the first time. Yeah, that's not clean. No. Anyway, kind of what I expected. The condition of the rest of the fuel system was pretty bad. So cork float. Let's see if we can get the pin started here one way or the other. Alright, there it is. It's gotten started. Let me see if I can don't have a. Try to do this gently without damaging the boss there. And I really need something else. Let's see. How about you? Let's see if this will do it. Happen to have an Allen wrench laying here. There we go. That's better. All right. Yeah. We can pull it gently. I think I'm gonna push again. So you're probably getting a little shaking. Sorry about that. My workbench situation at the moment is not the greatest. I'm using what we got, basically, and which is what I'm going to do next. So the hammer pliers and the Allen drift. Oh, I'm shaking you guys up too much. Let's see what we can do here. I definitely don't want to damage the float. I don't have a float. I'm sure they can be had. But if this one still floats, I'd like to use it. That thing is kind of in there a bit. Alright, well. That's split. You tell me, is that a problem? Or should we run with it? Let's see here. Cover your eyes. That didn't work. There we go. Let's try it the other way. Sometimes. Oh, look at that. We were just trying to do it wrong. I think. You guys gonna have to let me know when I'm screwing up. You know, just say something. Don't be shy. Man, we ran into another hard spot here. Let's see if we can go back the other way. See if we can hit that again. Maybe we can. Maybe we can just start getting. It's a little. It's slowly coming. There we go. Interesting. Yeah, we are making progress, believe it or not. I don't know, do you guys need to see this? Yeah, you probably don't. You're probably getting bored already. Maybe I'll edit it out for you. Come on. Come on. Let's see if we can, maybe we can get it from both ends, eh? No, that doesn't seem to be helping much. Seem to be doing a little better pulling. Wow, interesting. Usually, you get them out, I mean, there's no pressure on that thing. It's so that now is quite loose. What are we binding on? What do you think? Because we are definitely binding on something. Try it the other way again. No. whatever we're binding on is partway through the shaft. Wow. Okay. Let's see something. Is there a new shaft? No, doesn't look like it. If there was, we would just grip onto it with pliers and go to town, but no. So, we're kind of feeling like we need to go a little bit more, try a little harder here. Maybe I'll struggle with this off camera and I'll come back to you. Alright, well, it doesn't take much for me to get on the struggle bus, obviously. We got that out. Let's go ahead and pull that. Smells so good. Let's see if our needle comes out. It's not looking bad, actually. Soft still. Alright, we'll set that aside. I don't have a big screwdriver right handy, but that's not going to work. So we'll get a bigger screwdriver for that. There we go. I'd have to look at the book to tell you which of these needles does what. I am not intimately familiar. So, that's interesting. It's not even a needle. Does that have something to do with this guy? No. So, I do wonder. Okay, here we go. Let's get this loose. That. Now, let's go and just pull this gasket if we can. Not it. So, does this guy come off? It has to. Yes, it does. Alright. This is an interesting piece. I do kind of wonder its purpose. Man, this I'm sure probably should press through, but I'm a little cautious. I doubt that there's no. I don't see it. I don't think there's one of those in there. I'm afraid I'm going to break it. This, though, should, it seems, come off, and there's definitely a gasket that should be replaced in there. And now, the question is how to get it out. Interesting. It is not exact. Oh, here we are. It's just a puzzle. Alright. Hold on. Come on. Okay. So, how are you held in there? Because that's Alright. Well, it looks like I got to pull that pin out of there. So I'm going to do that and I'll come back. Okay. So we're back. What I decided to do is grab the drill press vise since that was handy. And since this thing was looking so sketchy, I decided to take that pin, which may be the proper way to do it, instead. So here we are. Alright, let's get rid of that. And now we got a bigger screwdriver. see if we grab this guy out of here. Yep, no problem. And see what we got here. Float valve seat. Yeah. Oh, there you have it. So anyway, we got this stripped. We're gonna leave all the rest of this in place. That's ready for the tank. Now, let's see what we got left here. This guy. Let's see what I do it. Not quite. Try another screwdriver. Yeah, there we go. All right. There we are. It's not blocked. And then let's grab these guys here. Let's get a proper wrench. I'll be back with you in a second. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's see what we got here. There's that. Lay that to the side. Let's see what we got in here. Crud. Here we are. Put the gasket off too. And we've got jets in here. There we are. So I'm feeling my way through this. Guys, this is the first time I've done it, like I've said before. And, okay. Alrighty. So let's pull this gasket off too. I was thinking that was loose. I was not thinking properly. You're gonna fight me a little bit. There we go. Yeah. A little bit of persuasion. I'm kind of amazed at how clean those bolts are. I guess maybe I shouldn't be, but I thought for sure those would be rusty. And they're not. Not sure why I'm being quite so careful with this, other than I just don't want to damage anything because there is a new gasket here. Of course. Alright, let's just peel the rest of this off. There we are. Okay. Alright. You know, when I first looked at this, I thought, wow, this gasket doesn't look that old. Maybe somebody's been in here recently. Yeah. I've changed my mind. Changed my mind on that. Yeah, I might just go ahead and dip this and then we'll clean this up later. What do you think about that? It'll get it softened up. Now, is that a screw thread down there? Sure looks like it is. What does it do? Let me see if I can. Oh, it does turn. There we go. And huh. Wow, that's legit. Okay. All right. Well, I think it's about disassembled. So let's call this. I don't know. Should we call this part 1, and then bring you guys back for another part when we start putting it back together? Maybe so. All right. Well, hey, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more D2 excitement as we get this old cat running and have a little fun with it. So, thanks a bunch.